Welcome back. Let's grab a message, if we may. A message, if we may. Oh, I still have cards on the table. I pulled this for myself. Coincidence? Fatalism? Or fortune telling? Is it a coincidence? Is it a fatal event? Or is it a fortunate event? And then I got, my dear, hesitation. And then I'm not gonna lie. And then we got something. Sorrow and damage. I wasn't gonna keep these out, but might as well here. Hesitation, decision, confusion, and worry. It does look like my baby, but it's like what I'm getting is my dog Maximus. He's suffering. It's like nothing's lost. Maybe he was lost, but now he's found. But it's like you found. It's like something was lost, but now it's found. But the pain of, I'm getting a lot. Just imagine all the different things this could be for you guys. Children that get kidnapped and then are found years later. It's like when you gain them back, it's like yay. But how do we understand why did we go through this? So we're trying to understand a situation so that we can breathe with some ease and peace and healing and mending. It says bereavement, sorrow, and damage. Well, there's very few of us that go through life unscathed, right? So there's going to be some damage. Like, ow. Alright, something happened. It's confusing why this had to happen. Is there anything we can add to clarify? The cards are helpful for those that struggle with using their voice. But your voice is there regardless of the cards. You just have to find a way to activate it. So we have withdrawal, quit, awakening, and rejection. Maybe somebody's going to withdraw from Okay, I'm getting the the scary part of tarot. The scary part of tarot is when it's a tool, okay? This is a tool, and it's to open the imagination. It's it's to expand our awareness. It's not. It takes a great amount of discernment. And so when it's something unexplainable. I have to just say real quick, there's a reader that I watch sometimes, and you may know her. She's Scries? That was called Scries? From water from a bowl. She sees images from the water. And she mentioned that I can barely remember the message, but she'll say some things from the scrying, and like, whether she's being tricky or not, because it's so weird how we gotta question things, but she mentioned, I'll just tell you, a yellow smiley face. The yellow smiley face that everybody knows. She said that on your travels, you'll see this. It could be anywhere, and she's describing the different ways you might run across it. And I mean, they're everywhere, so you're gonna see it eventually, right? But like, when I saw that smiley face, was this yesterday? It's just at first glance, it was nothing. But then I turned around and I stared at it, and I was like, son of a biscuit, how does she? It's like, what the heck? The connections are wild. And so it's like, what's that other card I have? It says, you are being guided, but where will it lead you? Like, it was on the. It's like, what am I trying to say? Okay, withdrawal. Tarot can, I don't know all the energies attached necessarily, but I began my journey with tarot because the word seemed to have a just take this, just be careful how you take this, because the word seemed to cap out where I couldn't get I needed something more. And what it was is an avenue to my imagination, a tool to the imagination, where we can question the heck? Maybe something to look at here. And the word it's not my job to teach the word. Is it? It's, and so, I have a background in the word, and I think it's part of the foundation that, you know, um, we should all have, but that's not my, it's not my, it's not, there's a lot to the word. Okay, here we go. We withdraw from tarot. We withdraw from the word. We withdraw from people. It's like we need to understand it's okay to withdraw. I am getting here. Somebody needs to really pay attention. Now, I can't guide. Somebody here just fudge. Okay, so let me just continue with what I was saying. It's to open the imagination. It's to make you hesitate and be like, is this? Or could I think of it in a different way? Is this to destroy me? Why did this happen? Maybe. Well, let's get some more here. Somebody is withdrawing from... Oh, another thing. No, I mean, I just learned some of my subscribers are being unsubscribed. They don't unsubscribe themselves. They just wake up the next day and they don't have the subscription anymore. Isn't that interesting? She said it happened over and over and over, that now it's just on habit for her to resubscribe to me. That's not acceptable. They can't win correctly. They gotta... Seriously. Or maybe it's not about winning. It's about keeping you in a certain position to maintain the peak of your appreciation in life, the fight, or whatever. Or they keep you down so that the balance, because if you get too high, it'll, fuck it up or something. It's like, what is this? To keep us, she said, the fame is controlled by the ones. It's like, okay, but okay. It's one thing to not, it's like one thing to not sign a contract of fame. Like, so, like they were offering you fame, but you didn't sign it. It's another thing to be offered fame just naturally by the world or God, and there's no signing. It's just like you're a light and it's gonna shine bright, and it's a thing. There's no contracts, it's just the facts. And so when they try to take that away from you, it's like how pathetic. And if they're just hiring somebody who's asleep to just non-consciously, unconsciously hurt people or keep people down. I know this went a little left, but it's like the ones that are unsubscribing you don't know what they're doing. They're just like being paid to do it or something. And so like you can't even concentrate your confusion on them. It's like another source that is Whatever. It's not cool, man. Let's get something for hesitation. Hesitating on taking tarot to heart or as a grain of salt. Is that what it's called? It's like something, okay, gosh. Let me just say, this is, I can't, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. I had, somebody I know, come up to me and say, well, I'm leaving now. You know, it was time for him to go on the trip. And he looked at me and he's like, hopefully nothing happens to my truck while I'm gone. And I was like, don't look at me. What are you talking about? As if he thought I was doing something not good with my thoughts or something. Like, he got back safe. A couple months later, he did have a accident with his truck. But my point is, it's like, when things happen, and then you want to point the finger at a tarot reader, it's not funny. I'm just saying, like, Jiminy, like, what in the heck? It's just like, okay, and I'm also getting, you know, there's a subscriber. Let's just say some of you want to connect deeper to me. Some of you have reached out, and it's hard to trust each other because there's a certain amount of coincidence. Says coincidence, fatalism, and fortune telling. And this isn't funny, but like, you know, I don't like to give shout outs to people that I connect deeper to because I worry that some dark system is going to make sure we are not connecting any deeper. And if they have to cause an accident, it's like, and then the fudge sickle pop. It's a fucked up thing. So, that sucks. My babe's trying to connect deeper and they can't, and they get. It's like, is it? Did it happen because we weren't supposed to connect, or is it just an accident and it's a coincidence? What's that song? Do you ever really know? Oh, it's such a good song. Do you ever really know? Oh, it's such a good song. I don't know if that's what it's called, but man, it's such a good song. It's all right. One more for loss here. I think about withdrawing from the cards, but I also it's like, if I ever get done with the cards, I'm gonna be doing something else. to display an expression of life versus a different expression of life. Always, it's like, you can't just cut people off from getting a message from cards. The way you can't cut somebody out, if you go watch a movie and you get a message, it's the same thing. It's like, you look into the water and you see something, it's the same. You look into the clouds, it's like, no, it's like, no looking at the clouds now. It's like, what? It's like, you can't stop the messages. It's just be very discerning and know that there is a power trying to, who knows? They just have nothing better to do. I don't know. But unsubscribe people from me. They must get paid. They're unconscious and they just, who knows? I don't know, bro. Commitment. It says binding obstruction in contract. Commitment. Somebody is committed to it looks like, well, I mean, yeah, again, people have a commitment to like a contract to unsubscribe. Like they're under contract to do things like, but it gets all twisted because we don't know who sent them and ultimately why. Like, what are you? Okay, when I was faced with, do you want fame or love? Like, I instantly chose love. But, like, I fear a certain amount of fame is like a famous love. It's like, what's that movie? The Marvel movie where the Thanos has to throw her over the edge because he has to pick between his commitment or her, and he chooses this commitment to keep things under a certain balance of his whatever he's gonna do. There's a system or someone who is committed to doing fucked up things for a balance. It might be all in a disguise for an ultimate balance, like to keep the cycles. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a good reason. Maybe there's a good reason. Doesn't feel like it. Feels all the way fucked up sometimes to be committed to such atrocities for It was like, let the natural order take its form, and if the balance needs to be made, it'll be like Gaia, the earth will fluff itself out with a volcano or a fucking whatever she gotta do to handle things, as opposed to this system that thinks it needs to keep order. It's like we gotta work together with all the elements. There's another movie about somebody in power who couldn't wait for the natural order of things. They had to go do. They had to do because they couldn't help themselves. They're like, I've been, you've been working on something your whole life. You're gonna probably fight till the death of it, and unless something happens, and now you're bedbound, and it's like, sit down. It's not gonna happen, bruh. I don't know. Who knows? Do you ever really know? Well, I don't want to end it on somebody's committed to a certain amount of loss. Then there's that other song that girl sings. She says, "Yep, I said it. I'd rather be famous instead." Like, seriously, people would rather be famous instead. So if I just would have been like, I want to be famous, like, I wonder what would have happened. So stupid. I don't get it. I'm not kidding, you guys. I got an actual phone call. I seriously want to tell you so much more. But then, I believe. I don't just believe. I know about. Fuck, I can't say it. Fuck. Why not? Cause it's crazy. You gotta be a little crazy to be committed to the things that just take a pop. The word. I was committed to the word, and the word brought down the whole system within me, because it's a religion. Organized religion is a thing versus an academic study of self. And so remove yourself from the organized edition and just use it as a self-study, and then it gets you so far. But then you have to find another tool to expand the imagination even further to get you to question the true creator wants you to question and learn for yourself and be okay with accidents and loss, and stay committed to I was going to say the purification process. Going from unconscious animal beast survival mentality to abundant, protected, understanding, loving mentality where we don't have to step on each other to survive. There's so much. It could all be I don't know, I guess there's got to be a certain amount of balance. So we got, people in Korea might be there now, but cycles later, they'll finally find a paradise island in their pursuit of happiness and within the balance. The High Priestess. Lot of work to become the High Priestess. Someone who just is drawn to the wisdom, the secret knowledge. Why is it a secret? Well, because bad people don't want to be discovered, perhaps. Ones who think that they're in complete control because they've never been put in their place. So they never had to face the truth of their choices. Or it's like, but that's not gonna work for me. Justice is my destiny if we follow the North Node. I think it's in the house of Libra, but it's Gemini. Whatever. I think. I can't. So, committed to justice. It's a tool to find justice for, one big reason. A tool to understand. Okay, so let me just grab one more. High Priestess. Getting sacred downloads. Just getting started. What's the message? I'm getting Tron, like, if you just don't fight, then there's nothing, but if we the more we fight, the more they fight, and the more we both gain power on each side. So, doing nothing is doing something in a sense, but we gotta, here we are, we can't just sit there and not gonna, it's like, we gotta go do things. The abundant world awaits. They can be committed all they want, but you're committed to just experiencing life, knowing that your choices are forming, your choices form you. And when you desperately try to make the right choice, then you are fine. God's not going to be like, oh, but you did. No, God's not like that. He's like, yes, baby, keep going. I'm so sorry about the demons, but they got nothing except to make you think you are powerless. What's this? Me Talks, number 39, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Me Talks. That's cute. So that went pretty long. But that's what it is. Somebody's going to go through a detox. Maybe you're in a bubble bath right now. Blowing a bubble, perhaps. And within that bubble, the shiny, rainbowy, shimmery lining of it, all your dreams come true. I don't know. I don't know. Life is a wonder. Just even in a bath bubble. It's like, wow. Whatever. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Until next time.